Hello and welcome to Frank's School. 171st day, first video. Now there are a lot of videos, more today than I've ever put on in a single day. But that's because I'm not so sure you're going to want to see them all, if any of them. Iceland. Now I had a surprise. The videos are going to go like this. Well, first of all I'll start like this. Schiphol Airport. I had a long wait. I'd gotten there an hour early. I found out there was a 2.5 hour delay when I got there, and then later on another hour delay, so I had the whole day. But you know, that's the way traveling is, and I was kind of used to it. During that time, I met a lovely young Spanish woman traveling with her parents, Maria Santos, and afterward I'm in contact with her. She lives and works in Vitoria. Well, lives in Bilbao and works in Vitoria. And Vitoria is one of the cities I filmed details of my first trip as I've been teaching. So I may stay in contact with her. Now the flight from Amsterdam to Iceland, I filmed that. I still didn't realize what surprise was coming for me, but there's a little mini drama about a piece of luggage that fell. I saw it fall off the cart as they were going out, but then a guy found it. I filmed that partly because I was watching to see if my scythe would make it. Here, just don't go away, I'll show you this. I brought this back from... Oops, I'm still talking, so you don't go away. I brought this back from Germany, and it was a little awkward to package. You can maybe imagine. I took the handles off and that off, but I was curious to see, did it get on the plane okay. So you'll see that, but you won't actually see it going on because but anyway, the morning in Keflavik. Well, the surprise when we got to Iceland was that we were staying the night. We could not go until the same time the next day on time, so we had basically a whole day in Iceland. At the Icelandair's expense, a hotel, 3 meals. I didn't mind that much. There was a couple on there, an older couple, that were very grouchy about it. They were traveling first class, but it's just one of those things. And one of the pleasant things that came of that is I met some people. You know, when you travel, that happens. You're just kind of thrown together with people. And Paul, Scott, and Molly, who then filmed for me, I met them. And anyway, I got up early in the morning and walked around Keflavik. It's Iceland compared to what I had seen. Iceland, it was such a dreary-looking landscape, the part I saw. And Molly and I had decided we would go into Reykjavik, which is the capital. But it was complicated to get in there and get back in time. It was a little far from the airport. And she had decided, no, she would, the clerk at the hotel, a woman, convinced her that going to the Blue Lagoon would be the better thing to do. And she said she was going to do that, and I thought, nah, I guess I won't do that. But that changed my mind, and I went. And so... And then you'll see the film. I filmed from the bus traveling to the Blue Lagoon. Now the Blue Lagoon is somewhat artificial. I mean, it's the waste heat coming from a power plant. All that warm water that just goes back into the ocean. But at some point they built a restaurant there and made it amenable for people to get in and bathe. And it was a very pleasant place. I'd never heard of it. Well, I did not go in. I didn't go into the water. I decided I would rather look at that very curious landscape, the rocks and the moss and stuff. So I filmed that. I call that Outside the Blue Lagoon. And then I was still filming, and the door opened for me. And I thought, that's odd. And I went away, and I was back, and it opened again. And I thought, well, I guess I'll just go in. So I ended up going in the exit. I guess this is a confession to a crime. I didn't know exactly what I was doing, and it didn't say I couldn't do it. So I went in the exit, and I found myself in a gift shop and wandered around, and eventually went to the restaurant and sat down and had 2 Guinnesses. And that's inside the building at the Blue Lagoon. And then I had asked Molly if she would film, because we had no idea. I had no idea what it was going to be like in there. And I thought, well, maybe it'd be something interesting. And she said, yeah, she'd do that for me. So the last of the videos, you'll see what she filmed of the bathers in the Blue Lagoon. So I'm not sure how much of this you're going to want to watch, but there it is. There's an explanation of it. Tomorrow I'm heading back to Europe, and we're going to go back to Amsterdam, and now I'm going to deal with the museums, or after today. So hope to see you tomorrow.